Alright guys, what's going on? This is Otis here, and today I got a nice little, chopper gunner gameplay on Carg Island on Conquest, and I believe it was a normal ticket game, and pretty much it was a decent game. It wasn't too bad. I ended up going 25-4, I believe, and a few random suicides here and there and stuff, where I ended up trying to spawn on the helicopter, and then I didn't make it, and so I just suicided it and waited for it again. But I could have and I should have been a lot better. I should have had a lot more kills, but my pilot and I, we were just pretty much screwing around pretty much half the time, and so it's kind of unfortunate for that part at least. But it is what it is. But I do have an epic fail. I would definitely say, or I definitely would call that at the end of the gameplay, which I believe it's like it's 7:20 or something. I'll link it down in the description too, or I'll put it in the comments. But it's pretty hilarious, pretty much, and it's definitely I've got a little fail montage, and I'm probably gonna have up hopefully soon. I'm not trying to get enough clips, but I just keep happening to get enough clips. But today's commentary is about it's about work and bosses, and having to deal with your bosses. Maybe even towards the end I'm going to talk about how do you even be like a better boss and a better manager, because it's just something that a lot of your bosses, when you start working and stuff, you're just going to be like, how is this guy my boss? Like, who freaking seems like as smart as a bag of rocks sometimes? It's kind of embarrassing for them too, because it's just really hard to listen to your boss sometimes, at work. And it's due to the fact that multiple reasons, and I would have to say probably the number one reason for that would be, when they hire and they promote people and they come in and they're your boss all of a sudden. Pretty much, what happens a lot of times is this guy, has maybe been doing some office work, and he hasn't done your actual job and stuff, and so he's supposed to be your boss, but yet he's never done your job before. And being at UPS and stuff, it happens all the time where you'll have a guy driving for like 20 or 30 years, and they're hiring this guy out of college, and he's supposed to be their boss. And it's what one driver told me one time. It's like, how can I listen to this kid who's never done my job before, who's pretty much just out of college, yet I've been driving for 20 or 30 years, depending on how long it is. Yet, it's just, he's telling me what to do, but I already know what to do, and it's just hard to listen to him, so they get ignored, and there's other, problems that can, lead down the line, if, for certain types of people, not listening to their bosses and stuff. And, one thing that kind of pisses me off with a lot of bosses, too, is, they just, are sprinting by you, depending, type of workplace you're in, especially if you're in a bigger workplace, and like I am at UPS, they're just, sprinting by you, and they go, hey, hi, what's up, when they honestly, they don't care how you are, how your day is, how your work is, they just want to get by you as quickly as they can without saying as little words as possible. And they're only trying to say hi, just so they're not being rude and whatnot. Which I would almost just rather a boss just walk by and not even acknowledge me than just go say hi, when he's sprinting by. But you know what? It's just I understand they're trying to be nice and stuff, but it's like, if you're gonna say hi to me, be a better boss, stay there and say hi and talk to me for 15 or 20 seconds. Don't just go, hi, when you're sprinting by me, ask, how you are in school, whether, you're a younger guy or not, is there anything, we can help you with, every so often, we'll get a good boss or something, and he says, you're doing pretty well, do you want me to buy you a soda, do you want me to, get you a coffee or something, and then, they'll ask you, a few questions, about, what's going on and stuff, and you could definitely tell those are the better bosses. Those are typically the people that have more experience, and I would almost say that most of the time when you actually have a really good boss, they almost are always ex-military guys, because they have all that experience and training from the military. When they bring that over, they're just definitely just way better bosses. And it's just unfortunate that a lot of people just don't get that training and stuff too, because especially today with our society and stuff, we're just so just not personal anymore, with the internet and phones and stuff. And so when you actually are personal with your employees and stuff, it's just so much better when you just take that little bit of extra time, instead of just brushing people off, going, whatever, whatnot. Because once your boss gets promoted, that you've been talking to for maybe a few months or even years, once they get promoted, they're not going to care about you pretty much, if they're the people sprinting and saying hi. But you know what, it's just something that you have to get used to. You have to, it's just something that just happens. It's just it is what it is. So it's kind of unfortunate. You'll be going and talking to people, and they seem like your friends. They're all nice bosses, but once they get promoted, they don't want to touch you with a 10-foot pole. Pretty much, they almost seem like you're diseased, which is it's just kind of funny, just looking at it from like the outside and stuff. But you know what? I understand they don't care, and it's just something that you'll definitely learn and just like observe from the outside. That just bosses are just so horrible sometimes, but. You know what? It's all right. I guess. But and definitely what I would say to being to being a better boss. Even if you get like promoted and stuff, and you still see the people. Stop and give them that extra 30, 45 seconds, saying hey, how have you been and stuff. How's school going? How's your life? How's your wife or husband and stuff. Just ask them questions and stay an extra like 20 or 30 seconds. I mean, you pretty much don't care how their life is, and pretty much everyone knows that. But you just seem better and like more personal, and it just would really help the company, and even like the camaraderie inside the company and whatnot. But some tips even on being like a better boss and stuff too is what I would definitely say is like when you're asking people to do things and stuff, don't demand and say, hey, do this for me, do this, do that. Don't be an asshole and just demand things. You have to ask. You gotta ask like politely too. Because you're dealing with people. So if you ever get like in a managerial like type of position, don't go up and say, hey, John, move this from point A to point B. You'd want to go up to like John and say, hey, can you do this, buddy, for me? It'd be a great favor for me, and you would help me out and stuff. And you just gotta be nice and just polite to people. You just can't be like a robot. Just be like, all right, I'm a boss. Do this now. End of story. End of discussion. Be like, hey, how you doing, John? That's when you can maybe do your 20, 30-second introduction and say, hey, can you do this, project for me? I need you. Can you help me out and stuff? And maybe even after they're done and stuff, maybe talk to them again too. Say, hey, thanks, you helped me out a lot. Maybe you can buy them like a coffee out of the machine or something. Help them out. But it's just some little tips and stuff. Just being a better boss, and not just being an asshole too. That's just like the main thing at work. Just don't be an asshole. You know what? Everyone's stressed out enough. Just take it easy. Just relax. Just don't be a douchebag. But I hope you guys, do end up, enjoying my little like boss, video / rant, because it's just annoying at work to see it all the time and stuff, and it's just people are just so, just impersonal, and just nowadays like it's just so much more to be like personal, because almost like it's something that like people are forgetting to do and stuff. And but guys, thanks for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed and liked the commentary, and thanks for watching, guys.